Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I know what each and every one of your hearts must be thinking tonight. Summer 2026 feels like it's never going to happen, it's never going to come, but I want to reassure you guys it will. And I'm going to be right here with each and every one of you, sitting in this chair behind this microphone each and every single night in the summer of 2026, talking all things Descendants and Zombies related, discussing it with each and every one of you, breaking it down, analyzing it, doing reaction videos. I love recording videos on Descendants and Zombies for those of you who are new here. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan Clarke, and rest assured, trust in me, and I will never let you down. That was the promise I made for you for the very first video that was ever uploaded on this YouTube channel. I promised you that I was going to upload videos for you guys on Descendants and Zombies the way and forever and always they were meant to be uploaded, because I think a lot of people don't showcase that appreciation for Descendants and Zombies, and that's what you see every night uploaded on this platform. I think that the people who do promise you videos about Descendants and Zombies pretty much upload a video once every 6 months or once a week, and that is never good enough. So that's why every single day on this YouTube channel, since its premiere on August 5th, 2024, just last year, I've gone out of my way to upload videos about Descendants and Zombies no matter what I was going through, no matter what was going on in my life personally or professionally. I always went out of my way to dedicate to upload a video about Descendants and Zombies because I know how much these franchises have forever and always held a special place in your heart. I mean, you can't tell me that you didn't have a special moment or a favorite character or a favorite song from any Descendants franchise from whatever generation you were a part of, original or new franchise. I get that, and I understand what you must be thinking and how you must be feeling about rumors about Zombies 5 and Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland. That's what I'm here to do, help you make sense of it all. And if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, I promise you I will never let you down, because I have dedicated my life to uploading videos about the stars and the moments you've loved, the franchises that you've really grown up with. Because I've grown up a fan of a lot of franchises over the years, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The House of Mouse, Aladdin, Hercules, Bonkers, Darkwing Duck. I've seen the best of them come and go. But I've never ever seen a franchise have a hold on our hearts as much as what Descendants and Zombies has had over this last decade. And I must say, it's been a decade of a lot of fun memories. Together we've experienced every emotion. We've cried, we've laughed, we've shared in our experiences from being a Descendants and Zombies fan. And I, for one, have loved hearing your stories about what inspires you of becoming a fan of Descendants and Zombies. What made you a fan of Descendants and Zombies. And I have forever and always held a special place in my heart for each and every one of your stories. I want to let you guys know that I read down through every comment that I get. Whenever I get a comment, I spend hours reading down through the comments, and while I may not respond to every comment, just know that they forever and always hold a special place in my heart to hear your stories about why you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies, what inspires you so much about these franchises, and all the feedback that I get on this YouTube channel means so much to me. The over 75,000 channel views that have happened for this YouTube channel was something certainly unexpected by me, and to be your voice of Descendants and Zombies was an honor that I certainly never expected to have. But you guys made this happen because we built this YouTube channel together. We created it something special for every fan of Descendants and Zombies, because every single time somebody hits the subscribe button for this YouTube channel, it pushes the YouTube channel that much further out into the algorithm, so somebody who loves these videos just as much can watch these videos. And I've loved Kylie Control for forever, so I think it's cool to talk about her. But what really breaks my heart about Kylie Control is that she's reduced to tears every single night on YouTube because of how somebody feels about her. And I'm not referring to the fans, because you guys have had an undeniable amount of love and support coming out of your hearts, outpouring from your hearts about Kylie Control, because the outpouring of love and support Kylie has received from each and every one of you is truly incredible. It blows my mind every single time. I wish I had that same amount of love and support coming from you guys about this YouTube channel, which I know I do. But the thing is, it's really bothersome to me when people criticize your favorite stars so much, and I've just wanted to shed some light onto that, and I've really wanted to give them the spotlight the way they deserve to have the spotlight given to them, and the respect shown for them that they've deserved for a very long time. And I know that a lot of people out there probably understand where I'm coming from, because you guys have seen the videos with criticism directed towards Kylie Control in them. And I forever and always had an issue with that, and I just think that if we're going to talk about Kylie Control, that's what we should do, because this girl really puts her heart into everything she does. She believes in each and every one of you just as much as you believe in her. I think the feeling is really mutual, and I think you guys really get Kylie Control, and I think that's what Disney fans, that's what's so special about a Disney fan, is that they really get the star that they idolize. You know, it goes all the way back to Hannah Montana and Selena Gomez when they were at the heights of their popularity. You guys really understood where they were coming from, and because you could relate to people like Hannah Montana and Selena Gomez, that's why they exploded in popularity. I mean, they did a fabulous job performing as actresses and singers, but you guys made them the superstars that they are. And you're doing the same thing over 15 and a half years later with Kylie Cantrell, Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Ruby Rose Turner, some of my all-time favorites. I have the biggest crush in the world on Ruby Rose Turner. Ruby Rose Turner will never get how much I appreciate her, and just the feeling of knowing that she's touched each and every one of your hearts means so much to me, which is why it's beyond me why so many people criticize their performances as these characters, because these characters have eventually earned a special place in each and every one of your hearts. And you guys have defended them, you protected them for forever, and you guys definitely deserve to be commended for that. And I think the best way of, commending you for that is uploading the videos that you can find time and appreciating and feel inspired by. Because I want to let you guys know whatever dream you have will eventually happen for you. It may feel like forever away in quite a distance, but I think that even though it feels like there's quite a distance between you and your dream, every dream becomes a reality, because I've always believed that everybody has a light, and no matter how long it takes you to find that light, trust me, you will find your light. Now, I know that sounds very reminiscent of Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, but when you really think about it, Cloud made a whole lot of sense, didn't he? When he promised you that you would find your light, and that's been a quote that's resonated with me time and time again that I've often shared with you on this channel, because I really do believe everybody has a light, and they eventually find their true calling in life, like Dove Cameron eventually did once she got herself away from a lot of unnecessary situations and how people felt the better in a negative vibe. And I think that even though people have misunderstood Kylie Cantrell, I think our fans have received her the best and understood her better than anybody ever could. You guys know everything there is to know about Kylie Cantrell, from her favorite color to what she likes to what she doesn't like. And that's what's so cool about you guys. That's why I can relate to you guys. That's why I've used this YouTube channel as an open forum to tell you guys stories about how I became a Descendants fan, dating all the way back to the first Descendants movie in 2015, when girls showed up at my door dressed up as their favorite Descendants characters trying to get me to guess who they were. And I never felt more honored to be in the presence of so many wonderful people. And now many years later, I still feel so honored to be in the presence of so many wonderful people because of this passion that we share. I think the future has never looked more brighter for these stars. The story has never looked more unpredictable and sounded more exciting to be a part of. So if you aren't a fan of Descendants and you want to get into something that's actually worth having an interest in, I would highly recommend Descendants and Zombies. It comes highly recommended and so revered by me to go back and watch the original trilogy before you watch The Rise of Red, and check this one out, because The Rise of Red was a very different vibe. I get that. But what I couldn't understand was why people were referring it to as a Wicked or a Harry Potter type musical. I think it was something very different from a Harry Potter type musical, because I think that Harry Potter had its own message, and I think Descendants' message was very different, because Harry Potter's message was never about acceptance. Harry Potter's message was never about a dream coming true for you, only if you wanted to choose to look at it that way. I think Descendants and Zombies had a very emphatic message that a lot of people heard and a lot of people took under consideration and advisement, because more people are more courageous than ever before, standing up for what they believe in, and that's gold to me. That really means the world to me that these videos have touched your heart, because I want to let you guys know there is such a thing as hope. Happily ever after does exist, and one can find true love even if it comes in the most mysterious ways, because when you least expect it, things like love and some of the most unpredictable chances have a way of creeping up from behind you. And I think that's kind of how it happened for Kylie Cantrell. She always wanted to wait for that call for Disney before she was ever offered an opportunity by Disney. She got an opportunity from Nickelodeon. She turned those guys down because she wanted to wait for a call from Disney. When she finally got it, she seized that opportunity, and opportunities have befallen Kylie Cantrell one after another, but none as greater as what Descendants presented her the chance with, because she took such an iconic character following in the footsteps of Mal, and she presented her own twist on a character and her own twist on a story that she had heard so many times as a child growing up, Alice in Wonderland, which was a story I had great appreciation for, because there were so many characters that made this story work and come to life. Alice's curiosity may have gotten the better of her many times in the 4 books that we read and saw in the franchise and the movies and the spin-off series. But the thing is, Alice's curiosity led her to meeting so many wonderful people that changed her life for the better. And she discovered her place in the world, which is what Princess Red is eventually going to do in Descendants My Book of Wonderland, and something I'm really excited about, because she's not only incredibly beautiful, but she's incredibly talented, more than words could ever say, and you guys show that every single night that you showed up at the Worlds Collide tour. You show it every single time you watch Descendants, either alone or with your friends, because sometimes People watch Descendants alone for the first time to try to understand their place in the world and try to discover their true potential. And I think Descendants has allowed them to discover that, because I think more people are showcasing their passions, their talents, and having more courage in doing it, because it's a very courageous thing to, say, sing in front of a crowd or to learn how to play an instrument like guitar or piano. And I think that, some of the most beautiful people in the world are people who are possessing these talents, who just never have the courage to showcase them. And I think that, Kylie Cantrell, when you think about it, all she ever wanted to do was be a YouTube star. She wanted to sing and dance on YouTube, review her favorite shows. She was feeling a little down on her luck, a little downhearted. She didn't seem to have the courage to do it. But when she finally got that courage to start her own YouTube channel and review shows like iCarly and Victorious, which were some of my all-time favorite shows of all time, which I really appreciated Kylie's reviews of, because I watched every single one of them, she became a superstar overnight with over 500,000 views on YouTube and nearly 500,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers in less than 1 year. So it just goes to show how far a dream can actually take you. You may never realize it, but when it finally comes into fruition and you stand back and say, oh my God, this really happened for me, it makes it all worth it. Kind of like this YouTube channel. It was really a hit or miss for me, and I didn't know how much of an incredible reach I was going to have or how many people was going to hit my subscribe button. But you guys proved me wrong, and the Descendants and Zombies franchises have brought us that much closer together, and that's why I've dedicated the rest of my life to uploading Descendants and Zombies videos for you guys. Showcasing Ruby and Kylie and Malia has been some of the greatest experiences of my life and memories that I will forever and always cherish, because I shared those memories with each and every one of you. Somebody can rate Descendants a 5-star scale perspective rating, but does that really tell you how they feel about Descendants and Zombies by ranking their favorite songs and their favorite moments and their top 5 favorite characters, say, of the Descendants franchise? It's just because somebody tells me they're a fan of Mel doesn't really tell me a whole lot about them when I watch their video on YouTube. I was a fan of Mel because she was courageous, she didn't care what anybody thought of her, and she just wanted to achieve her place in the world by achieving something far greater than Maleficent ever wanted her to achieve. And for sure she had the opportunity to do that and spend the rest of her life with her true love, Ben, which was a story I found time in appreciating. But, when people tell me their favorite character is Mel, the question I have, and I pose to them every single time, is why? Why was that character your favorite character? Why were you a fan of Red? Why were you a fan of Kylie Cantrell? Why were you a fan of Dove Cameron? I think there's a greater appreciation from fans, and they know the reason why they're a fan of Descendants and Zombies, and I love that about you guys, how you're not afraid to tell me how you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies. The critics just say, okay, their favorite character was Mel, but why? Why are you a fan of Descendants and Zombies? Why are you so drawn to these franchises? I think one of the biggest reasons that a lot of people never give enough credit to or show enough respect for is how people understand what these characters are going through. Regardless of its bullying, regardless of its acceptance, I think that everybody struggles with some kind of personal struggle every single day of their life, personally or professionally. And we've heard a lot of stories about Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson. Of course, Sophia Carson endured a lot of bullying in high school, so Descendants forever and always held a special place in her heart because it allowed her the opportunity to stand out and really make a name for herself off songs like Chillin' Like a Villain, which was really a song that defined Sophia Carson. So all the bullying and all the proverbial corners she had been backed into led her down a path of primacy, and she took advantage of it, and now more people know who she is than ever before. Dove Cameron was also struggling with acceptance and struggling with personal crisis in life, of course, losing her friends at very young ages, the death of her dad. And she was able to turn everything around when Disney called her for the first time, offering her an opportunity on a show called Bits and Pieces, which was later redistributed as Liv and Maddie. I know, because I may just be saying this because I was a part of every single moment of Dove Cameron and Kylie Cantrell's life, and I've never felt more honored to be a part of their lives and to have watched their YouTube shows and watched their videos every single time they live stream something, because they wanted to relate to each and every one of you and let them know what they were going through. And I think that everybody's been so supportive of Kylie Cantrell and Dove Cameron, it never ceases to blow my mind. I say this because you guys deserve all the respect in the world for all the credit and all the respect that you've shown to these stars, and I have no doubt in my mind that their stars are never going to shine brighter than they will for the foreseeable future. People can choose to criticize Dove Cameron all they want, but Dove Cameron continues to achieve accolade after accolade, and she's definitely on her way to achieving her own Hollywood Walk of Star fame, and I really appreciate that kind of thing, her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because I really believe that these stars are meant to go down in history for being some of the greatest of all time. And Kylie Cantrell too. I think Kylie Cantrell always belongs in that conversation of receiving her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because if you can give it to Kermit the Frog, or you can give it to Vince McMahon or Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can definitely give it to Kylie Cantrell because she's more than deserving of that accolade. And I just want to let you guys know that I will forever and always be supportive of Kylie and Ruby having their own stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because one of the greatest honors I think anyone can ever have bestowed upon them is going down in history for being known as a legend, especially at Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner's ages. I know they still have a long way to go, but I think forever and always their names will come up in the conversation of some of the greatest of all time. You know, if Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan can have conversations about going down in history for being some of the greatest of all time based off of their contributions, so too can Kylie Cantrell and Dove Cameron. I will forever believe that. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of Kylie Cantrell. I'm saying that because she deserves it. Because you guys have shown an incredible amount of love and support for Kylie Cantrell, and you guys deserve to be commended and deserve to be honored. Because I know what it's like to be a 7-year-old girl searching up your favorite videos about Descendants of Zombies, and unfortunately for you, you can't find those, and I'm sorry that you can't. Because people will go out of their way to promise you videos that never surface on YouTube. And I want to let you guys know that this YouTube channel will forever and always be here to break down Descendants of Zombies, to analyze Descendants of Zombies in the way that it was forever and always meant to have that greater appreciation shown for it. Because for one to criticize Kylie Cantrell, what do you really know about Kylie Cantrell? Do you understand how she's feeling? Do you understand what she's going through? I don't necessarily think that you do, and I think that if you did, you'd have a greater appreciation for her, about how her family was incredibly supportive of her and uplifted her entire existence just to move to Los Angeles to give her the opportunity to audition for Nickelodeon and eventually Disney, with these reoccurring roles on Bizaardvark, Raven's Home, Gabby Dern, The Unsittables, which could have amounted to more than it ever did, and eventually Descendants, which became her greatest role and her greatest accolade, because that will ensure her legacy for going down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. And that's exactly what I'm here to do, to ensure that her legacy goes down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, because that's always what I've forever and always wanted to be remembered for, being one of the greatest of all time. Because if you're not here to be the greatest of all time, then why are you here? You may not succeed the first time that you try, but as the little engine that could said many times over the years, I did it because I could. And he achieved every dream that he could. Eventually, he made it all the way up the mountain. So every single time that you get knocked off of that proverbial horse doesn't mean that a second chance won't present itself to you, because I do believe in second chances. And like the little engine that could, who eventually made it up that mountain, so can you, and so can everybody that has a dream. And that's what I forever and always wanted to encourage with these videos, and I think that's what Descendants of Zombies has forever and always tried to instill in each and every one of our hearts. Because Descendants of Zombies was really a treasure. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because Disney will never have stars like this again. So because they will never have stars like this again, these are moments that I think we should forever and always cherish and definitely respect, because these moments have gone a long way, and these stars have come a long way too. And all the criticism they have received for the Worlds Collide Tour, the production value behind Descendants, I've seen and I've heard it all, and it's been leaving me broken-hearted because of how Kylie Cantrell and Ruby must be feeling, and my heart goes out to them, and my heart goes out to each and every one of you. But rest assured, I will go out of my way every single time to upload a video of Descendants of Zombies that you can find time in appreciating, because you have deserved far better for far long enough now. And it's about time somebody went out of their way to give that to you guys. You know, I love recording videos in the nighttime because it allows me to put my thoughts together. It's very peaceful living on this island, and it reminds me of Oregon because of the beautiful locations. Of course, it's autumn now and the leaves are falling off the trees, and I must say it's quite beautiful, especially in the nighttime. And I think a lot of people appreciate these videos too, because they understand how I feel about Descendants of Zombies, how you guys feel about Descendants of Zombies. The feeling is really mutual. And that's why this YouTube channel has become so revered, and right now is the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world, with over 3,000 people having subscribed to this YouTube channel and over 75,000 channel views having happened. We still have a long way to go. I'm never going to deny that. That is no lie coming from me, but I know we can get there, because we're just a couple of hundred subscribers out from becoming the #1 Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world. I think something like 3,700 subscribers or a little less will put us up there at #1, coming just behind Disney. So just knowing that I'm coming behind Disney is the greatest accolade of my life, for being the #1 Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world. 700 subscribers more, and we'll be just coming behind Disney, you know, tailing behind them, to be the #1 Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world. This is something I certainly never expected to happen, but we all made it happen together because it was a collective effort. It just didn't happen because I just started uploading videos about Descendants of Zombies at random. It happened because you guys supported this YouTube channel just as much. And for that, I would like to say thank you guys, and I would like to encourage you that your dream will happen for you, and you shouldn't quit on it. Whatever your dream is, don't quit on it. Don't quit on yourself, because that's the worst thing that you could ever do. I've seen it happen. I've seen so many people come into this world, crash and burn because they had a desire that sometimes got the better of them. But if you have a dream, don't quit on it. You should never do that, and keep hoping for a brighter future, because it does exist and it can happen for you, like one can find true love. I've always believed in that. And I think that there is so much of a conversation to have about Descendants of Zombies, and we can share in that passion together for the foreseeable future if you guys would do me the honor of allowing me to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies for just a little while longer, because I'm so excited about Descendants 5 with Wonderland. Rest assured it will happen, despite how the critics may feel about it, because they've been forever gaining a reputation for shutting down your hopes and dreams, and I know how you must be feeling about it. But we will talk more about Descendants of Zombies between 8:35 and 9:05 a.m. tomorrow morning, and all throughout this coming week. Of course, Halloween is coming up on Friday night. I will be here, minus my trips to the game store, all week long, and we will talk about Descendants of Zombies for the foreseeable future. And on Halloween, it's going to be big too, because I will have videos all day throughout Halloween 2025. And guys, seriously, thank you so much for making October month such a huge month for this YouTube channel. We saw 3,000 subscribers this month, and it happened because of each and every one of you. I can never seem to thank you enough or put into words how you guys truly make me feel every single time I upload a video. The best fans in the world, man. Descendants of Zombies, the most powerful niche in the world, forever and always dedicated to who and what they love. And I want to let you guys know I get that, and I understand that, and I think you guys have deserved far more respect for being fans of Descendants of Zombies, and so too are your favorite stars, deserving of more, respect. And I just like to give that to them and showcase it through the power of these videos and the power of YouTube. I'd like to say thank you also to the YouTube algorithm for recently recommending a lot of my videos to fans of Descendants of Zombies who watch these videos every night. Thank you guys so much, man. You will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. You guys mean the world to me for making this YouTube channel such a huge success. And we have a foreseeable future in store for us, discussing all things Descendants of Zombies, Zombies 5 2028. Even though it feels like forever away, we have a lot of conversation to get to about Descendants of Zombies. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. I've never felt more honored to be in your guys' presence, because life is that much sweeter than all of us are. Thank you guys so very much for watching this latest episode of Jonathan Clarke Video Blogs. In the archives of this YouTube channel, you will find hundreds of videos, somewhere around 500 plus, of Descendants of Zombies videos for you guys have been uploaded, more than any other YouTube channel about Descendants of Zombies. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Stay kind to each and every one, because kindness really goes further in this lifetime, because life really is that much sweeter when all of us are. Thank you guys so very much. Keep kindness in your heart, and we will talk again tomorrow morning about Descendants of Zombies between 8:35 and 9:05 a.m. Thank you guys so very much, because life is that much sweeter when all of us are.